Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mrs. Conant, and everyone, even you.
Happy Student Sunday.
Student Sunday.
Student Sunday. This is the Sunday that we take to honor all of you from babies all the way up to college age, and thank you for being part of our church. Our church loves you, and we hope today, if you look at worship service today, we are doing some special things in honor of you and to make you feel special. Boys and girls, I grew up in this church. I started coming to this church when I was only 7 years old.
She was this big.
Okay. And I know what it's like to grow up here and to have people love and care for you. I did Sunday school and youth group and all sorts of fun things, and you have that opportunity here too. But we want to honor you today and to tell you kids that you're special. So let's get right to the books of the Bible. Are you ready? Have you been practicing?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, he's crying with a purpose. So it's Peter. Peter.
Which Peter? One or two?
First Peter.
Pain with a
purpose.
Purpose.
Okay. So that's gonna be the second Peter. What's that? Candle.
No. Poison in the pew.
Poison in the pew. He looks tired. Like he's yawning. First John. That's it. Thank you.
And that's the fellowship thermometer.
Okay. That's easy. Second John. I don't know that one.
Bolt the door.
Okay. And that's third John. Three Johns. Three Johns.
We bolted the door. Now we're
opening the door.
Opening the door. That's right. So this week, this is the book of Jude, and you're going to remember that this is the book of Jude because these guys are doing judo, which I believe is a form of karate.
It is, and they teach you how to break stuff. I can watch my move. I just can't break it. It's unbreakable.
Let me try.
That's my favorite stick. How did you?
The boys and girls, the big idea with Jude, the book of Jude, is fight for the faith. And what does that mean? So this is standing up for what we believe, even when other people say opposite of what we believe. We have to fight for the faith. So how do we do that? So let's just take judo for a second. Do I know how to do that? Absolutely not. So if I were to step into a mat like that and fight someone like this, would I know what to do? No, it's going to take practice. I have to go to classes. I have to get better at it. And it's the same thing with our faith. How can we fight for our faith? We have to arm ourselves and build ourselves up, equip ourselves in the Bible and God's Word. So this is the book of Jude, and the big idea is
breaking my stick.
Fight for the faith.
Fight for the faith.
Okay, so in order to, what we do every year is I usually tell you a story, and because our church thinks you're special, I'm going to tell you a story today, and we do this every year, usually at a rally, and I didn't get a chance to do it last week, so this is called You Are Special by Max Lucado, and if you've never heard this book before, adults, you're going to love this too. So everyone get comfortable, and Bubba, will you help me with the pictures?
Oh, well, you said get comfortable, I was going to sit down. Okay.
Well, maybe you can show the pictures.
Okay. I need a camera. I need some kind of way to videotape this.
All right, and they're going to get settled down, so there we go.
All right.
The Wemmicks were small wooden people. All of the wooden people were carved by a woodworker named Eli. His workshop sat on a hill overlooking their village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses, others had large eyes, some were tall, and others were short. Some wore hats, others wore coats. But all were made by the same carver, and all lived in the village. And all day, every day, the Wemmicks did the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wemmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets, all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones, those with smooth wood and fine paint, always got stars. But if the wood was rough or the paint chipped, the Wemmicks gave dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still others knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wemmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. It made them want to do something else to get another star. Others, though, could do little, so they got dots. Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so the people would give him more dots. Then when he would try to explain why he fell, he would say something silly, and the Wemmicks would give him more dots. And after a while, he had so many dots that he didn't even want to go outside. He was afraid if he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water, then the people would give him a dot. In fact, he had so many gray dots that some people would come up and give him one for no reason at all. He deserves a lot of dots, the wooden people would agree with one another. He is not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I am not a good Wemmick, he would say. A few times he went outside. He hung out with the other Wemmicks who had lots of dots, and he felt better around them. One day, he met a Wemmick who was unlike any he'd ever met. She had no dots or stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers, it's just that the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for having no dots, so they'd run up to give her a star, but it would fall off. Others would look down at her for having no stars, and they'd try to give her a dot, but it wouldn't stay on either. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone else's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia replied. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli the woodcarver. I sit in the workshop with him. Why? Why don't you find out for yourself? Go up the hill, he's there. And with that, the Wemmicks who had no stickers turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear, so Punchinello went home. He sat near a window and watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself. And he did decide to go see Eli. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill and stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch on his tiptoes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here, and he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello, how good to see you. Come and let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned slowly and looked at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name? The little Wemmick asked. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stooped down and picked him up and set him on the bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully, and he looked at all the gray dots. It looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what the other Wemmicks think. You don't? No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give you stars or dots? They're Wemmicks, just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think, and I think you're pretty special. Punchinello laughed. Me? Special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello, put his hands on those small wooden shoulders, and spoke very slowly. Because you are mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Every day I've been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. I came because I met someone who had no marks, said Punchinello. I know, she told me about you. Why don't the stickers stay on her? The maker spoke softly. Because she has decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers will only stick if you let them. What? The stickers will only stick if they matter to you. The more you trust my love, the less you care about their stickers. I'm not sure I understand. Eli smiled. You will, but it will take time. You've got a lot of marks. From now on, just come to see me every day and let me remind you how much I care. Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, Eli said as the Wemmick walked out the door, you are special because I made you and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he did, a dot fell to the ground. And boys and girls, that is the same way. Eli is like God. God made you, and he doesn't make mistakes. He loves you. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
He doesn't make mistakes. And I know you've had a break from a lot of your friends and a lot of the outside stuff, so hopefully you've had time in your homes where you've gotten a lot of positive reinforcement on yourself, and that it doesn't matter what everyone else thinks about you. It only matters what God thinks about you.
Yep.
He made you, and he loves you so much. So we think you're special at HFFBC, and you are special to God. One more powwow left. We'll see them next week.
You owe me a stick.